round table. Today we have even more Warhammer goodness. Now, a spoiler alert, this package has been opened, to a degree, so I can remove my contact information to keep internet strange persons from stalking me. Just kidding, come visit me, I'm lonely. Anyway, it is from Mad Robot Miniatures out of Buffalo Grove, Illinois. I do not know if you've heard of them. I was looking for, somebody on a forum had interesting different Imperial Guard models, and dug and found that these people make, it was somebody, like, they're based on like a custom army somebody had built, based on Vietnam era, USGIs. They're called the Namians. They're just kind of like your catacombs. They're just another group of just normal humans who are part of the, the vast empire of the, humans, the empire of man. So I got some because they were freaking cool, and you will see and hopefully agree with me because they are pretty spank. They have a whole line of their resin cast, different types of heads, bodies, arms, interesting variants on guns. I will show you which ones I got because they look the most like last guns, and that's pretty much the kind of guardsman I like to run is guardsman of the last gun, because nice 2-up armor save, make it 60 more times. That's the only way I can win. Alright, so inside are, who knew, a bunch of resin casting stuff. I use, on their site, they have a unit builder, and you can either do like a 5-man fire team, which is in this, which isn't as interesting as the other, so we'll get to that first. And a 10-man squad, which, if you know your Astra Militarium, or Guard, because that's what they are, that's what a normal squad is. They're 9 plus a sergeant, which is cool. And they allow you to choose between all their different, mix and match arms, legs, heads, which we'll look at later. Let's start with this little bag. It is a complete 5-man squad. And don't worry, I will include links, especially in the description for Mad Robots, because this stuff is cool. And they also have a really cool tread bike, like a motorcycle that instead of have wheels, it has like a tank tread, which is based on a historical design, which I thought was a really cool idea. But we're going to go ahead and open this sucker up. Might have to pan the camera down because that's about where I want to be working. Hello! Alright, cool. Let's pull the stuff out. Some of it has either come off the sprue or was never on a sprue. I don't quite know yet. Alright, cool. That's in frame. What do we got? We got arms. We've got more arms, one of which has come loose. They're all, resin cast. Last guns, or equivalent. Heads, which is the part that I think is fun. Got your sergeant's last pistol and close combat weapon, which is, like a machete, which is fitting with the Namian thing. Oh, this is their kind of their version of a melt-a-gun, which has a cool, I don't know if it's supposed to have a skeletal stock, but I think I'm gonna try to make it up there. But that's cool, a little melt-a-gun. I can't believe it's not a melt-a-gun. Legs, I got all the same kind of legs. They're pretty much the same standard set. They're just fatigue legs, which you'd find on your normal guardsman or guy in Vietnam. I chose these flak jacket vests because they look the part. They're pretty well detailed. I don't know if the camera is really going to effectively pick it up. But they've got a lot of little details. I mean, of course, that's where the arm goes. Even on the back. Come on, focus, please. I thought it would focus. But there's a lot of little detail. Maybe. Nah, it's not going to affect anything. Anyway. And these are their last gun equivalents. They sort of look the part. I mean, they're obviously not real last guns, but they have the same kind of form factor. They're missing the Aquila. Aquila? Anyway, and that's all you really need. I mean, 5 last guns and a Melta is pretty good for a strike squad, but I mean, I was kind of going to use these guys for veterans, and you need 10. But these guys are 5. Oh, this is the wrong group of people. These are the wrong heads. No, they're alright. It's just one of the guys threw me up. These are their Spec Ops Heads, so they're all different dudes, and they all look pretty interesting. You got bearded men, beret guy, hat dude, bearded man, bald dude, and helmet bearded man. So got all these cool bearded men. See how close I can get them. Tech dude, bearded man. Lots of Beardmen, you know, John Wayne. It's always good to have John Wayne, but just Zach Galifianakis. That's probably my favorite. That's what sold me on these guys, was good old Zach here to make it fun and make the camera fuzzy. Autofocus. Thank you. Zach Galifianakis. That's always fun. But that's not the main group of guys The reason I got this particular setup was because I saw these guys. Now this is pretty much the same junk. I mean, I got some arms that like, oh, we rolled up our sleeves for this one, boys, you know, the kind of stuff. Last guns, same kind of, I mean, I also got a plain old fatigue torsos, just for a little variety. Of course, they're now locked with the arms, but again, there we go. Instead of having the body armor, they're just, come on, focus please. They got all, you know, like the belting and the webs and kind of like a bandana. I mean, like suspenders over the pockets. They're pretty good. Look really, really good, and I'm really glad I got them because they weren't that expensive. It was like a squad of 10 of these guys cost pretty much on par with a squad of 10 Cadians, which, you know, for kind of custom dudes, that's pretty sweet. These guys for special weapon came with a grenade launcher, which doesn't look that far off from the GW one, except it actually has individual little grenades in the magazine or cylinder. I don't know what that would be. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We are here for these sweet heads. Well, my facial recognition is picking up one of our guys. Do you recognize these guys? Maybe Jesse the Body Ventura, Carl Weathers, or Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yes, these are the guys from Predator. They're sold as the rescue team. It's 5 of the more important dudes. I ain't got time to bleed. That's right. Get to the chopper. You know what I mean? Like, of course they've got a little bit of flashing on them. They haven't been cleaned up yet, but what are you doing, Billy? I thought that was the coolest crap ever. Look at Carl Weathers in his little hat. He's gonna get his arm blown off. It's really sad. I mean, especially because I'm not that good at Warhammer, and all my little dudes die. But I have another set. What are you doing, numbnuts? Ooh, if you'll focus, get with it, autofocus. Come on, come on. It's not cooperating. There we go. R. Lee Ermey, our favorite Scream At You guy from Full Metal Jacket. Lieutenant Kilgore from Apocalypse Now. Love the smell of napalm in the morning. Yeah, face recognition is picking up on Jason Statham over here, and now it's catching Bruce Willis and Sylvester Stallone, you know, from Expendables. I mean, Bruce and Jason look the same, except Bruce is kind of a fatter head. He looks a little more schlubby, which is why we love Bruce Willis. And my facial recognition really likes Jason Statham right now. What are you looking at me like that for? I'm gonna throw a knife at you. I thought these are the coolest guys. These are their personalities set. My bounce really off. My hands look really pink. It's really weird. I think these guys are like the titties. So, you see, I have a whole lot of dudes to put together. I'm not quite sure what their layout will be. I mean, I do have the proper guy to have the grenade launcher in the Predator team. So that's really cool. But we don't have a minigun for Jesse the Body Ventura. Or an MP5 for Carl Weathers. So that's sad. But, you know, I got all kinds of cool stuff to put together. And that's always a plus. Happy birthday to me. I bought these for myself. Hopefully very soon I will get some of the tread bikes, which are like the coolest. I will have links to Mad Robot and specifically these heads, not the bodies or the arms. You can find them on there yourself. But they have like a ton of head styles. Like they have like Ushanka heads, like, you know, Russian like ear hats, which is really cool. And some of them have like the gas mask, so they like kind of look like Deathcore-ish, or like if Deathcore and Valhalla and Iceguard had a baby, and it was, you know, a gas mask baby. That'd be pretty cool. Like because I've always wanted to have a deathcore army, and they're really, really expensive because Forge World. What do you want for your life? But that you can kind of proxy one out. But they also have great coats. You can have great coat bodies and legs, which is really cool because then you can actually make a kind of I would say bargain basement because these guys are still, they're pretty much full prices when you get everything all said and done. I think it was like $35 for the squad, or 35 or 40 for the squad of 10, which is about on par with GW. So, for a 10-man squad, which is really sad because, you know, we'll give them fewer models and charge them twice as much. That makes value for the consumer. Sounds good, Jim. Yeah, Games Workshop, great people. I'm glad they make us our stuff, but sometimes the prices seem a little exorbitant for plastic gun sprues, even though the quality is getting a really good. If you haven't seen my Storm Surge video, you go look at that because that should be posted first. Although this one needs a lot less editing because I only did it in one take. Cool beans. I will get these guys together and hopefully painted soon. I'm planning on using them with miniwargaming.com. They're supposed to be a surprise, so I'm assuming I'm going to be so unpopular they won't see it. So I'd love to surprise Mini Wargaming Dave with Predator, and hopefully I'm guessing just because it's Dave, he does know the reference. Cool guys, I will leave you links to Mad Robot, and hopefully you can put together your own custom squads as I did, and get some tread bikes because they are pretty cool. Alright, have a good day, and keep on battling.